willpower. What is willpower, and how many times have you said or heard someone say, oh, it was going so well, then I lost my willpower, or I really want to stop smoking, but I've got no willpower, or I really want to go to the gym, but I've got no willpower. And if you really think about it, what is willpower? Actually, it's nothing. It doesn't exist. And now that might sound a bit controversial, so bear with me. So you can say, I've lost my car keys, and you can go and search for your car keys until you find them. But if you say, I've lost my willpower, where is it? Where do you find it? Because really, it's the ability to make a choice. And it's a bit like the definition of motivation. It's being able to do something that you don't want to do. And that requires a thought. And although a thought is absolutely a thing, and it has consequences, and you're free to choose to think whatever you want, but you're not free from the consequences of that choice. When it comes to willpower, that's really more of an attitude and a mindset. And there are certainly, of course, things that help you to make better choices. There are lots of techniques, and all of the techniques that I teach in the programs, whether it's how to stress less or sleep better, or to change how you think and feel about food, make better choices, whatever it is I'm helping people achieve, certainly techniques make it easier to make the choice that you don't want to make. But it's a process. So I once wrote for a slimming magazine, and I was one of the experts. So I would get these letters, Dear Janet, can you help XX? So on this particular occasion, I got a letter that said, Dear Janet, please help. I've gained 7 pounds over Christmas. I lost my willpower. I just couldn't stop eating chocolate and mince pies. What can I do? And I replied, you can't lose willpower. It's not a thing. First step, accept that you made some bad choices and look at how you can make better choices moving forward. And the editor rang me and said, well, we're not going to print that reply, Janet, because it's too harsh. And so I resigned, because what is the point in not telling the truth? And when you really understand that a choice is a process, and that there are things you can do that will enable you to make better choices, then it becomes a verb. So making a choice and thinking in a certain way, these are verbs. There are things that you do. And as you know from all of the things that I teach, there are so many things that you could do that change how you think and feel. So let's say, for example, you're getting a craving for a cigarette or a chocolate, or to go and put some money in a coin machine. It doesn't matter what it is the craving or the addiction is for. Even just changing your body posture. So if you sit there and you hunch over and you think, oh God, you know, I really want to do that. And physically, as well as your internal dialogue, you tell yourself how much you want to do it and how you're going to be good and not do it. You are going to generate so much resistance that you'll give in, you'll self-sabotage, and you'll go and do it. And that is inevitable if you follow those processes. It's nothing to do with willpower. It's to do with your own communication with yourself. Whereas on the other hand, if you think about whatever it is that you want to do, and you open your chest and you look up and tap the side of your hand, which will correct that polarity, and whenever you're having a negative thought or you're self-sabotaging, almost certainly your polarity is flipped and you've gone negative. And you pick something up and you pass it from one hand to the other. It doesn't matter what, a phone or a tissue, it can be absolutely anything. Pass it from one hand to the other. Get both sides of your brain working together, and then just think about your favorite color. You don't even have to go, no, I'm going to be so good, I'm not going to do it, and then I'm going to get in this outfit, or then I won't get out of breath when I run up a hill, or I'll have money in my pocket if I don't spend it in the slot machine, whatever it is. It's not even that hard. All you've got to do is break the pattern. So look up, think about your favorite color, think about your favorite place in nature, because these thoughts only last 90 seconds unless you keep re-instigating the thought. So every time you think, oh, I really want it, but I'm not going to have it, or I really want to do it, but I'm not going to do it, and oh, where's my willpower? I'm being really strong. You're just setting yourself up for another 90 seconds of that particular craving, that particular thought, and they become quite compelling. But every thought has its own prescription, if you like. It's, if you could take a little sample of your brain juice when you're having a craving, you would see that the neurotransmitters, the little chemicals involved in the process, are very different to that when you're thinking about your favorite place in nature or your favorite color. I mean, it can be that simple. So all you do is interrupt the thought, completely interrupt the thought. And I'm sure you've had the experience where you were going to do something and you really thought you wanted to do it, and then someone came in, or you got distracted, or there was a phone call or something happened. You thought, oh, I don't fancy it now. It's because you broke the pattern. It's not willpower. Willpower makes it so hard. It's like self-flagellation. It's just a really painful way to make yourself do the thing that you don't want to do. So trust me when I say willpower does not exist. The thoughts that are driving you to do whatever it is, to make the choice for the behavior that you know isn't serving you, just need to be interrupted, and you need to stop the chemistry. And you can stop the chemistry, and within a few seconds you start to produce different neurotransmitters, and the craving has gone. And it is literally that simple. Learning these techniques can literally change how you think and feel in seconds. And the compound effect of all of these little choices over time bring enormous rewards, because you literally condition yourself away from it. So let's say you think about the food or the cigarette or whatever it was, and then you think about blue bananas, and the chemistry changes, and you distract yourself neurologically, change your chemistry, then your brain stops giving you that craving for whatever it was, because it knows you don't respond to it. Your brain is plastic, and you can change it, and you can change it for good. But you need to understand a little bit about how it works, and then do the things that will really serve you. If you want to have a craving to be healthy, have a craving to do the things that serve you, have a craving to love the foods that love you back. Those things are really, truly worth craving.